Good day, viewers. I am Okocha Marcel, and this is my channel. Today is Sunday. It's a beautiful day over here. If you are a Christian, I hope you went to church. When we thought that the faction fight in the Labour Party is over, here comes Arabambi, the aide to Apapa, the factional chairman of the Labour Party, coming to Arise News to draw the attention of the DSS that Mr. Peter Obi and Bayo Adebanjo did not recognize the presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Reminding you that on Arise News, that was a week ago, that Bayo Adebanjo, the leader of Afenifere Social-Cultural Group, said that he would not recognize the office of Tinubu as president until the Supreme Court have declared and addressed who truly won the 2023 presidential election. However, in some time ago, there was a tweet that was tweeted through Mr. Peter Obi's account. Maybe his aide tweeted it or he himself. And in that tweet, they addressed Tinubu as president. But within some minutes, the tweet was deleted. And that sparked some mixed reactions saying that Mr. Peter Obi has not recognized Tinubu as the president. Well, so many Nigerians who troop out to vote for so many parties because of the cases in court. So many people are still saying Tinubu is not my president. But I'm still trying to figure out what concerns Apapa Arabambi with this issue, saying that he's drawing the attention of the DSS to arrest Bayo Adebanjo and Mr. Peter Obi. What do you think about this? Let me leave you to watch the news, how he said, and what led him to say what he said. Thank you.
Week about the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi's decision to delete a post he made on Twitter in which he reportedly referred to Bola Tinubu as president. Reactions and counter-reactions to this may have also added fuel to the ongoing fire regarding the credibility or otherwise of Mr. Tinubu's current status as the occupant of Nigeria's #1 political office, the presidency. Elder statesman Bayo Adebanjo has also shared his thoughts on the matter, stating within the week that Tinubu's acclaimed position is untenable and an illegality, pending the ruling of the Presidential Election Petitions Court. Well, joining us on the show to discuss the aforementioned issues, as well as the current legal status of the party's faction to which he belongs, is Dr. Ayobami Arabambi, a factional national publicity secretary of Labour Party. Welcome to the morning show. Thank you for being here. So let's go straight into it. I want to know what your reaction is to Labour Party's presidential candidate Peter Obi's decision to delete a post that he made on Twitter in which he referred to Bola Tinubu as his president. How significant do you think this incident is in the ongoing discussions about Tinubu's credibility and, of course, his status as the president of Nigeria, with the back end, of course, the current presidential election tribunal that is going on right now?
I need to, for benefit of the listener and Nigerians, make certain clarification regarding the statement of Mr. Peter Obi and Bayo Adebanjo by saying that, that statement is treasonable because it is an act by them to intimidate or cause an action to overthrow a city president as enshrined in Section 37(1) of the Criminal Code Act, that anyone who levies war against the state in order to intimidate or overthrow the president or governor of a state is guilty of treason. Section 40 to 43 of the Criminal Code Act also state the instances where a person is deemed guilty of committing a treason and punishment prescribed for this offense is life imprisonment. For the two of them, they must be very careful because they are using the name of Labour Party to Nigeria and to the whole world to think, we are planning, to make Nigeria ungovernable. Number one, Adebanjo is a factional leader of Afenifere, while Mr. Peter Obi is just a nominal presidential candidate of our party. He did not have the authority of the party to begin to undermine the status of Mr. President. Yes, it's in the tribunal. I think he should wait for the decision of the tribunal. Because when you approbate and reprobate, he never can say what will be the decision of the tribunal. Will it be at that time, he will not be preaching peace to who? Nobody will listen to him. He has no right because the president has been sworn in by the Chief Justice of Nigeria in line with the constitutional provision. So when you now say you don't accept someone as a president, he might need to relocate out of Nigeria rather than for him to be undermining the Constitution of Nigeria. And I also want to put it on record that before the last administration, most of this action had been taking place and nothing was done. I want to put the National Security Advisor on alert, the Inspector General of Police on alert, and the Director General of DSS. Labour Party had decided that these two people needed to be cautioned. They must invite them for interrogation. If they don't, we will go to court. Federal Court has jurisdiction to hear mandamus. We will go to court to get a mandamus against the National Security Advisor, against the DSS, and against the General Police, because it is not a good thing for you to just be planning to make Nigeria ungovernable. You can't be inciting Nigerians against a city president. The President Bola Tinubu has been sworn in as the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria. We all need to respect that, rather than for us now to be making, comments that are inimical to the progress of our dear country. We have no country to go. People like us don't have anywhere to run to. People like them might have, one or two countries to run to. Should there be war in Nigeria? We don't pray for such. Let us maintain decorum. Let us maintain peace. They are before the Legislative Tribunal, and they must give them the room to make their decision. Once they are not contented, you have a right to ventilate your anger and move upstairs to Supreme Court. And whatever Supreme Court decided is the final as far as election petition is concerned in Nigeria. That is our position on that.
We know that Peter Obi has also called for peace from his supporters. Now, you have been referred to as the controversial or factional National Publicity Secretary of the Labour Party. If I recall, in December, you were sacked by the National Working Committee of your party as its acting National Publicity Secretary. Now, before we delve into further questions, what is your position in the party as we speak? The Lagos State chapter of the Labour Party has also asked that you and a Samuel Akingbade should stop parading yourselves as members of the party, because you're moving around the election petition tribunals, especially in Lagos State, to derail the chances of the Labour Party. Now, also last week, where Islamidia Papa was trending, can you share his position? I believe that there was a Bielsa judgment affirming him as your party's national chairman.
Well, thank you very much. As far as Labour Party is concerned today, we have only one national chairman, which, first of all, on the 5th of April, when the court restrained Abure and 3 others from parading themselves as national officers. Then, on the 12th of May, their primary objection to that suit was dismissed in its entirety by the FCTI court. And once you know a preliminary objection is used to abate or to kill a substantive suit. One preliminary objection is dismissed. You have lost it all. You have to go to appeal. And as I speak, the appeal is coming up Tuesday in Abuja. So once you appeal against a decision, they were the appellant. We are not the appellant. We are the respondent. Once Abure has filed an appeal, it means that the decision of the court to restrain him subsists. That is number one. Number two, they went to Asaba to go and conduct what I will call a keri, kind of neck. Because he has been restrained, this was where he was making all manner of suspension with Mr. Peter Obi and the rest of them. And I am surprised that a man that was restrained will still go to Asaba. While you are under a court injunction, you went to Asaba. But we didn't give a damn about it. They proceeded on the 15th to go and conduct their primary. And after they are done, we made sure they wasted their money. We went to federal. They even were the one that went to court, because our lawyer wrote to INEC informing them about, one, the subsisting order of the FCTI court that Abure, whatever he does, primary or not, should not be recognized. It was at the point of INEC recognizing that one of their candidates that participated in the primary of Abure on the 15th went to federal court to Owerri. And the court, in their judgment delivered on the 18th of June, stated clearly that for any primary conducted by Abure who have been restrained by a court of competent jurisdiction, and that restraining order had not been set aside by the Court of Appeal, Every of their candidates, they pick from Imo, Bayelsa, and Kogi. They are null and void. And the court now affirm our own national working committee led by Alhaji Lamidi Apapa as the authentic that INEC should be dealing with, and that was the status quo. So for anybody to now be saying, oh, they want to be suspended or not, it is just, a matter I wouldn't want to deal with, because we are before a court, and they have also appealed on the 6th of July. Abure has filed an appeal against that judgment of the federal court. So when you are an appellant before a court, you can't be parading yourself as officer of that party. That is the situation. As we speak, Alhaji Lamidi Apapa and my humble self remain the public secretary of Labour Party, and Alhaji Lamidi Apapa remain the national chairman. Akingbade remain the national legal advisor. It's not for any other person to now be appropriating and reprobating. They are not the law. We have a court in Nigeria that have given we have 3 judgments now in our favor that they have appealed, and we will meet them up on Tuesday. One is coming up, for determination.
All right, Mr. Arabambi, I would just like you to clarify for us what you meant by Mr. Peter Obi being a nominal presidential candidate, which was this, very language that you used earlier while speaking with you. You said it was just a nominal presidential candidate and that he should be invited by the DSS. For what precisely, maybe you need to clarify, because for all we know is that he made a reference to the sitting president and then deleted his tweet. He hasn't done anything beyond deleting a tweet on his own personal page that he has done. So the follow-up question to that, after your clarification, would be to know, is there a problem between your good self and the candidate, the presidential candidate of your party, who, as we know, got more than 6 million votes for the Labour Party, first time ever? As you will know, at the 2019 elections, Labour couldn't even get up to 10,000 votes nationally at the presidential election. But here you are, you have a presidential candidate winning about 12 states or thereabout, more than 6 million votes nationally. One state, Abia, as far as governorship election is concerned, scores of House of Representatives members, and a couple of senators. But here you are saying that he was just a nominal presidential candidate and I should be invited by the DSS. What is the problem that you have with Mr. Peter Obi?
Well, I sit there in my capacity as Nigeria Public Secretary of Labour Party. I have no personal problem with him. And I also want to let Nigeria know that the former Deputy Senate President of the last National Assembly, Obi was elected on the platform of the Labour Party before he defected. We have a House of Rep in 2019 from Benue State. We have a governor in Labour Party before now. We have senator, we have House of Rep. So it is not a question of anybody telling us that, Obi came to give life to Labour Party. He only came to awaken, the docility in Nigeria that ab initio doesn't have interest in going for election. But that will not be a reason for him to conduct himself outside our party constitution. Now, what do I say is a nominal presidential candidate? I am on live television. I said, and I've been saying it before now, that all through our campaign, Obi never campaigned for Labour Party. I stand to be corrected. Obi never campaigned for any candidate of Labour Party. Anywhere. It is all about him. In fact, when he was corrected, that I started mentioning that. It is all about him. And I want to remember, one of your sister sessions, a woman challenged him about, his conduct during the governorship election. He said, we have a bunch of candidates that have no character, that are no competent, and therefore, he is endorsing the PDP governorship candidate in Enugu. He did so in Ebonyi, in so many other states. So a person like that cannot be seen as a full-fledged member of the Labour Party because he only came about himself and himself alone. And I've said it before, there was not a single poster, there was not a single vehicular support, not one war secretariat, local government secretariat was procured by our presidential candidate. Everything we did on our own. So for him now to be making reference that the president that has been sworn in is not the president is treasonable. Then Bayo Adebanjo to said, oh, the government of President Tinubu does not exist or is an illegitimate. It's also treasonable because it is only court that can determine who is a legitimate owner, occupier of a position, and who is a legitimate person, who is not, who is the illegitimate person. It is not within the ambit of your discussion.
All right, Mr. Arabambi.
The government is legitimate, or you refer to someone as president, and you now, you decide to demarcate.
Okay,
it
all
is
right.
Wrong.
We really have to go, but just before we go, in 10 seconds, do you still have faith in the tribunal, in the case that your party and the candidate of your party have in the tribunal? Is a yes or no answer, if you don't mind.
Well, for us, the deed has been done by him. The party was not part of what he's doing there, but we will abide by whatever decision, the presidential tribunal, whatever decision they take, we are going to abide by it.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Ayobami Arabambi, the factional publicity secretary of the Labour Party. We thank you for joining.
Thank you so much for having time to listen to this video to the end. Kindly drop your opinion in the comment section. Your opinion matters a lot. What do you think about this interview granted to Arabambi? Do you think that these people are being sponsored, as we have alleged right from time, that they are being sponsored by the APC? What do you think about it? Drop your comment. See you on my next video. Thank you.